1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. I was once a Jedi Knight, same as your father. He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And he was a good friend.
Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
What is it? Father's lightsaber. Elegant weapon, but a more civilized age.
Today we're taking a look at the original lightsaber. This is the Graflex 89 Sabers with Kyber crystal. Let's check it out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. So today we're taking a look at the 89 Sabers Graflex lightsaber. The Graflex lightsaber is one of the greatest inventions. Well, it's not really an invention. It's kind of a reinvention. What makes the Graflex so amazing for a photographer is that this lightsaber was actually a piece of a camera kit. The prop guys on the 77 film, the original one, A New Hope, their minds, I don't know where their minds were. They're making these swords out of light flashes from a camera and parts of jet engines and sinks and grenades and machine gun heat sinks and like unbelievably incredible where their brains were. I mean, you talk about seeing something and making something from absolutely nothing. I would have never looked at an arm to a flash of a camera and said, that is a laser sword. It's incredible. The original lightsabers blow my mind. This is the 89 Sabers Graflex with the Kyber crystal, which is incredible. And I want to thank Vader Sabers for sending this over. This thing is a piece of work. It really, really is. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put a discount code and a direct link in the description for you, and you'll see it right down here on the screen. So thank you to Vader Sabers for sending this over for everybody to look at, because I think you're all going to love this one. So before we unbox this bad boy, if you're new here, please drop down, hit the subscribe, like, and notification buttons for upcoming videos. Welcome to the show. And if you're returning for more videos, welcome back. Let's get to unboxing. So the 89 Sabers comes with probably my favorite stands on Earth. I don't know why. I think it's just because they're a little bit more compact than the other types of stands that we get with the normal TXQ, LGT stands. It's more compact, you know. It's got the plaque actually built into the stand there. These I usually just stick on the front, sideways. But there's something about these stands that I just really love. Then along with your 89 Sabers comes with this little suede-ish carrying bag. And then drum roll, please. Not a great drummer. Whatever. All right, let's get this thing out. All right, here is the Graflex. This thing is great. Now, unlike a few of the other ones that I have, this actually looks and feels like the correct material. And it has a beautiful weight to it. Some of the other Graflex I have, like let's say like this one here, it's all chrome plated. It's pretty much about the same size. It's a smidge lighter, but it's got chrome plating on it and it's a fingerprint magnet. It's just not how the Graflex looks. They nailed this. They really did. Now, one of the other things I really do love about this one is that this is not just for show. Like these here, these are just show. They don't do anything. They don't clamp down. They don't really hold anything there. It's just a little design and showpiece. But on the 89 Sabers, this clamp is actually a real clamp. You know, this will undo and loosen up and actually come off. And inside there, we've got another kind of aluminum plate here, which is housing the chassis. We have the 18650 battery. We have a strip of LEDs over here. Super cool, by the way. All right, we have your Profi connector over here. All right, and let me zoom in a little bit over here. Over here, we've got this beautiful, beautiful crystal chamber chassis. You can see the rock in there. Let's light this up so you can see. How sexy is that? So you can see your crystal right on in there. Beautiful, beautiful framework and everything. We got a couple more LEDs down here. A very nice speaker. The detail on this is incredible. But that one thing I always wanted to add to the collection here was the original Graflex. The one that I did have was this one here. And God, I had this for like about 10 years. This was the Hasbro, which actually doesn't even say Graflex over here. But this one was the Hasbro Graflex that I got about, I think about 10 years ago, right actually before I moved into this place, that I've had on the wall here since I moved here. Let me tell you, this looks, it's a lot lighter, but this looks so good as well. Let me give you guys a quick side-by-side of these two. Let me zoom in a little bit here. They did, you know, such a great job putting this one together. This was 150 bucks 10 years ago. It was really good for what I needed back then. Electronics are crap, but you know, it did the job, man. It did the job. So this is a Profi system. We do have the activation button over here, and on the side, where is it? On the side we have the secondary or auxiliary button over here. So this will, you know, do your effects and everything. And then you can swap through your fonts like that. So before we keep digging through the Graflex, we have a couple other things in a box here that I want to show you. We do have a blade plug. It's not an accurate blade plug. And then we have a screwdriver. And what else we got here? We do have a charger. So when you put in a blade, which I'm going to touch base on in a second, you have this little screwdriver to tighten the retention screw. We have one retention screw right on the front here. So you have the option of getting this with a blade or getting this without a blade. Let's pull up Vader Saber's website and check it out. All right, here we are on Vader Saber's website. This is the OG Crystal Graflex. Now, apparently, you can get this in a few different configurations, so I think you're going to have to pick that up front. Let's see, and then you have the technology over here. You can get it as an empty hilt. You know, no crystal, no blade. Oh, this, by the way, this is pretty cool. You can actually get this with Bluetooth as well. Let's just click everything on no. So this is an empty hilt. We're looking at $439. So let's go up to Profi. Now we're looking at $569. Let's go with Bluetooth, see what that looks like. That will be $609. Let's turn the Bluetooth off and go with a crystal. So with the crystal chamber, no Bluetooth, we're looking at $1,049. And if for whatever reason you did want the Bluetooth hookup in there, you're looking at $1,089. It's only a few dollars more, so hey, you may as well go all out at that price. Then you can pick your blade length if you need a blade. I don't need blades, I got plenty of blades here. So for the demo, I'm actually going to use the best blade I have. I have the Quad Star from Civilized Sabers, which I can't wait to throw on this thing and see what that looks like. If you want the extra blade, looking at, what is that, about an extra 50 bucks, I think? But if you do have blades, I would say go without the blade. You might have to sand it down just a little bit to fit it in the 89 Sabers. I had to do that twice on a couple of the past 89 Sabers that I had. Just because the blade that I had was just a hair too thick. So you could sand it down for a little bit and it should fit in there just fine. So then we have the blade plug here, which you could pop right on into the top here. Squeeze the little bunny ears, which looks really, really cool. You know, it's very close to what it should be. Now, I'm going to show you a different option. If you just want to upgrade that, you can actually get a more accurate screen blade plug. I got this from the custom saber shop. I'll actually put a link for this down below as well. It just looks a lot more like the blade plug that was actually in the Graflex itself. So this here much more resembles the blade plug from the actual movie itself. All right, so here's the one thing I've noticed to get the best sound out of this. There's actually hidden vents under here. So you're gonna wanna take this, not that you have to, but you're gonna wanna take this little D-ring off. So right under here, you'll see the hidden vents that the D-ring just kind of covers. So if you want the most sound out of here, you just pop that off. All right, so let's pop this blade in and give a listen to what it sounds like and a few of the sound fonts that are in here. Now, this is actually my Quad Star blade from Civilized Sabers. It has 500 LEDs in it. It is incredible. So I'll also put a link down below for you for the Quad Star. So let's check this out. I do have to be really careful. I have a chair here, I've got boxes of toys over here, and I've got Maui down below as always. All right, let's get started. Oh, God, look at that thing. Look at that. That is beautiful. That looks like the real blade from the show, from the movie. Beautiful. Watch your head. So this is Profi, so we've got the best smooth swing sound ever. Love it. And we've got Flash on Clash. We've got your blasters. Lockup. All the awesome things you could possibly want in your lightsaber. The Graflex, just because of how everything is kind of laid out, you've got the control thing kind of down here. You've got the buttons a little further up. I love the fact that this has the button right there. You know, because some of them, you got the switch is the button. I just love that it's right at my fingertips and you've got the auxiliary right next to it. Now this also has twist on, twist off. It's a much sharper sound. Beautiful accent swings. Oh, love it. Beautiful. Now we've seen this style blade on pretty much most of the Profis that I've reviewed. And every time I come to this blade, this whole style, you know, it has more of a purple, white kind of thing going. And then when you spin it, you could actually see it a little bit in the cases and everything and the reflections on the wall. It has more of a red color. You know, and this whole thing, like the velocity of the sound changes when you spin it. This font, I love this font. It's ridiculous and I love it. Power. Oh, we actually have a power font, which is fantastic. Oh, this one's pulsing. I like that one. Do they all pulse? Maybe they do. Now, it's easy to change the fonts. We're just using an auxiliary. You're gonna hold it up to go forward.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is that you, brother?
And then you can hold it sideways to go back the other way.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is the way.
You got a dark saber font. Oh, the reds and blues in this blade look incredible. Now the sound on this, it's not overly loud. I feel like it's just sitting in a perfect spot. Now, like any beautiful Profi, we can easily change the colors. So you're gonna hold the auxiliary and hit power. All right, now you're gonna be in color mode, and you're just gonna twist your saber. So if you go nice and slow, you can kind of dial in and fine tune the color you want. He's like a nice green, yellows, into the magentas and reds and purples. So nice. Let's leave this one at like more of a green. And then to set that in, you can do the same thing, the auxiliary and power. So the one thing I'm actually just noticing now, anytime I change the color on a font, so let me show you. Just go there. All right. As long as I stay there, it's gonna stay on that font. But if I go back,
Vader.
it seems to change back to the default. So unfortunately, I think this is going to be one of those things that you will have to learn Profi a little bit just to set the colors in for each of the blade styles, which is something I don't really know how to do, unfortunately, and I don't know why at this point. I should be learning at least how to code for the color. It's my fault, not the Profi's fault. You're going to hold down the auxiliary for about a second. All right, so that means you're in volume mode. right? And then you're just gonna go power for up and auxiliary for down. So I think we're all the way at the top, so let's go down. All right, sound changes when you hit the bottom, and then you can go back up. Now you're gonna hold auxiliary for about a second. And we're done. All right, so that is it. This is the 89 Sabers Graflex, the OG with the bubble strip and everything. You can pick this up at Vader Sabers. Thank you so much to Vader Sabers for sending this over. This is one of my favorite lightsabers. It's from the original movies that I grew up watching. This is the first lightsaber we ever see on screen. Now, I understand that there's probably going to be some sticker shock on this, but if you are the Graflex person that wants the best Graflex for your set, this has got to be probably at the top of the list, man. This thing is beautiful. So drop down below, let me know what you think. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description if you're interested in this. And while you're down there, click that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button for upcoming videos. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.